In September, we presented our petition calling on Brent Council to divest from companies complicit in Israel's occupation, apartheid and genocide against Palestinians, and laid out the legal and moral case for divestment. We now have well over 2,000 petition signatures and growing by Brent residents, workers and students. The situation in Gaza and the West Bank remains critical for Palestinians who face ongoing violence and ethnic cleansing amidst a fragile ceasefire. The UN, Amnesty International and many other reputable bodies have stated that Israel is practicing apartheid against Palestinians. Israel is on trial for genocide at the International Court of Justice, and arrest warrants have been issued for Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu and former Defense Minister by the International Criminal Court. Companies complicit in Israel's violations of international law, such as arms companies supplying Israel, have been subject to engagement by human rights organisations and campaigns for many years, but they have failed to change their behaviour. It is clear that we must do more than simply engage with them. The Local Government Association published an important new legal opinion in January on the ability of funds to take non-financial factors into account when making investment decisions. This confirms that councils and funds are indeed able to take ethical considerations into account. It has been emailed to the Pensions Subcommittee. We are working with trade unions in support of divestment, including Brent National Education Union. In addition, Unison is a Palestine Solidarity Campaign partner in the LGPS divestment campaign, reflecting its national position. In Tower Hamlets, a Unison-led deputation in January resulted in Tower Hamlets Council passing a motion declaring its intent to, quote, divest all funds away from companies who deal in arms, alongside conducting a complete audit of how all pension funds are used and where any funds are invested. We have also seen other councils making public commitments to divest, including Bristol, Lewisham, Islington and Waltham Forest. In the interest of diversity, equality, justice, community cohesion, and all of Brent's values, we urge Brent Council to take urgent action as it did against apartheid in South Africa. We also highlight that this is a shared call for ethical divestment by many, including environmental campaigners. So we ask that Brent Council's Pension Subcommittee take action as follows. 1, we ask that Brent Council publishes a full list of its direct and indirect investment holdings without delay for transparency. 2, we understand that Brent Council's review of investments so far shows that they are in line with the UN Principles for Responsible Investment, UNPRI. While we feel that the UNPRI are not specific enough, we recognise that your review findings mean that Brent Council can easily make a commitment to not invest in companies supplying Israel with weapons and military technology used in violation of human rights, whether directly or indirectly. We ask that the Council makes this commitment immediately. This would be a quick win both for the Council and the community. 3, we ask Brent Council to conduct a review of investments to ensure compliance with the UN guiding principles on business and human rights, which are more meaningful and less vague than the UNPRI. 4, we ask that Brent Council makes an immediate public commitment to begin divestment from arms companies supplying weapons used in human rights abuses as an important first step, as Tower Hamlets and other councils have done. We, of course, understand that divestment itself is a longer process, but we can see no reason why Brent can't make this commitment now. 5, we understand that the London Community Investment Vehicle Pooled Fund is looking at creating an ethical fund with strong exclusion criteria, the Pepper Value Fund. We ask that Brent uses its position as a council to urge London CIV to ensure this fund does not contain investments in companies enabling human rights abuses and divest its existing funds from such companies. And 6, we ask that Brent Council commits to providing us with regular meetings and updates. As Brent Harrow PSC, we want to be part of an ongoing conversation with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila, for your presentation. I'm going to pass over to Amanda to give you a response.
Amanda Healy, Deputy Director of Finance. Thank you for bringing your concerns to our attention and for your patience as we work through these matters. The UN Principles for Responsible Investment provides a comprehensive framework for incorporating environmental, social, and governance factors into our investment decisions, ensuring that we fulfill our fiduciary duty whilst also promoting sustainable, responsible investment practices. It is important to note that our investment strategy must prioritise financial returns and risk management to meet our obligations to our scheme members. The Scheme Advisory Board's statement published in September 24 emphasised that administering authorities may only consider non-financial factors where it would not lead to a significant financial detriment and where it would have the support of the scheme beneficiaries. Through conducting an audit of our investments in line with these principles, of which work is still ongoing, this will allow us to balance these factors with our commitments to responsible investment and ensure that we can consider a wide range of ESG issues in our decision-making process. We will also work hard to balance the ethical responsibility with our fiduciary duty to ensure that the fund performs well, providing long-term stable returns for the people who rely on it. We are required to have a diversified investment strategy, and our main approach has been to invest through passive and tracker funds due to the low cost of implementation. We also invest through the London CIV and will continue to work with them with regards to responsible investing.
Okay, thank you. And Amanda's given our interim position at the moment. We hopefully will come to, once we've completed the review, you'll find the outcome of that.